Thought I'd just talk a little about my journey, my fitness journey, and my health journey as a personal trainer because, I've gathered a lot of perspective over the years from training people, obviously, and just being in the industry, but also a lot of personal experience. And in fact, a few years ago, I did actually stop training for a little bit, but I almost quit completely because there's a real danger in the industry. There's a real danger through a lot of what's on social media, a lot of the information out there, and I got trapped in it. I got drawn in early on to fitness and exercise for a lot of the wrong reasons. For me early on, it was a lot about body image. It was about just having a certain physique and attaching my happiness to that. I was thinking that was going to make me a happier person, a more fulfilled person. And, I even drew other people into that lifestyle early on. And I remember even a conversation with one of my friends as we were working out one time. I mean, we'd skip events. We would not hang out with people. We would be at the gym for 3-4 hours, sometimes twice a day. We'd be there at ridiculous hours, 3 a.m. in the morning, because we were obsessive over it. We really did love it, but we obsessed over body image. We obsessed over the results to a point where sometimes we were unhealthy with the supplements we would take, or we were unhealthy with even our diet, not getting proper nutrition and not doing things in a healthy way because it was all about a certain result. It was all about a certain image, and that's pervasive in the fitness industry. It's why a lot of people get into it and start. Back to the conversation him and I had one time. We were in the gym, and I just remember us both saying, if we ever couldn't work out, or if something happened to us where, we got injured or something and couldn't work out, it wouldn't even be worth living. And it's crazy to think about that now. This was a long time ago, by the way, but it's just looking back at this journey of going through different phases and seeing just how unhealthy it can get. Doing something that the goal should be to be healthier, to have more energy, it can really turn into the opposite. It can turn into a thing that causes disorders, eating disorders. It can cause, compulsions and being just obsessive about body image, and it could cause major insecurities. The better and better you look, if you're attaching your security to it, you become more and more insecure. It's ironic. And so for me, a big turning point was really, I grew up, and I know everybody's going to have different views on these types of things, but when I began to really grow in my relationship with Christ, I grew up a Christian, but I still had my idol over here. And as I began to really shift what I was putting my hope in, what I was trying to find satisfaction in, it really made a difference. And, my body is not nearly as, from a perspective of an outsider looking in, maybe I'm not as aesthetically developed or as muscular as I once was, but mentally I'm way healthier. My relationship with food is way better. And so, but it's ironic because people will look and say, oh, you looked better then. I don't think anybody would probably say that to my face, I would hope, but it is just what people do, right? It's what culture does and society. And we look at this perception of what healthy it looks like, or, we look at, in the fitness industry, so many of these people are on steroids, or they're not healthy. They haven't eaten well in weeks, and yet they get a picture snapped with a smile on their face and then tell you this is what you should look like or what you should strive for. And a lot of times it's not even attainable. And genetics comes into play and all these different things. But I remember we would get so fixated on those things. We would obsess over it, and it would be so unhealthy, and it was terrible. And so I fear that there's going to be, undoubtedly there's going to be people who that's what it's about. They're going to start on the wrong building blocks, just like I did, of insecurity, and that's going to be what it's about. I'm going to become more secure. You can become more confident and more secure through exercising and eating healthier, but it's not when you're focused on it. It's kind of a natural result that comes when you enjoy the process, when you just learn to enjoy being healthier. Yes, you have more energy. Yes, it will help you enjoy things better and enjoy life, but don't attach your happiness to it. Don't attach your security to it, and especially not a body image, because most times it's actually healthier, that body that's maybe 10% more body fat than you would think is ideal, or what society and what the fitness industry would portray as ideal. Usually that's actually healthier. Usually that's where you have more energy and feel better, and that's what it should be about. And so and sometimes even myself, like I'll look back and I'll think, oh man, I wish I looked like that again, or I missed that. No, that's not where it's at. And that's again what's it based on. It's what I think other people will think. When other people look at me, do they think, man, he's a personal trainer and he looks so much better then? It's not about that. It's not about what other people think. You know where you're at. You know if you're in a mentally healthy place. You know physically how you're feeling. And so don't sacrifice those things for a body image because you think that other people will like you more or think better of you or whatever. It's not about them. And ultimately, it's also not about, trying to find happiness through a way you look. That won't happen. It's not going to bring you happiness. And so just start in the right place and ask yourself right now, if you're in a fitness journey, if you're starting to get healthier or lose weight or put on muscle or whatever your goal is, ask yourself those questions. Why am I doing it? What belief do I have about those goals that I've set? What do I think they're going to bring me and achieve? And do it in a healthy way. And the reason I stayed in the industry is because I realized, while yes, I can't control, if somebody comes to me and they say, this is the goal I have and this is what I want to reach and attain, my job is to help them. But I'm hoping that I can also kind of combat the industry a little bit, combat the normatives and what's taught to us, what's told to us. And I followed lots of YouTubers, and they were kind of my information, and they were kind of the people I looked at as that's my goal and that's what I want to achieve. And we just need more honesty. We need more people who are just real and telling things how they are, and just trying to combat a lot of the lies. And so that's kind of why I've stuck with it and decided to stay, is because I think I have a perspective that hopefully I can bring and help people see what it's really about and try to combat the lies. And so I hope that even just this, sharing my journey can be helpful and help you even think about why you're doing it. Is it about insecurity? Is it about thinking this is going to make me happier? Or is it just about getting healthier and yes, getting the benefits that come with that, but enjoying the process, creating a lifestyle that I enjoy and not obsessing over a certain result? I hope this is helpful and that you can think about it and ask yourself these same questions and see where you're at and be honest with yourself, and just keep at it, but make sure it's for the right reasons and for the right goals.